Hi, I'm Sheldon McLeod, and one of the biggest things that happened during the wildfires was the response from people who weren't directly affected, but they wanted to help. And I know the SaltWire editorial team talked about this, and the people who came out to, prepare food, or in some cases to collect and distribute donations, or even in some cases to help rescue and gather up pets. And the Nova Scotia SPCA has done an amazing job of keeping us all informed about how that's gone. And Sarah Lyon is here with us with the Nova Scotia SPCA, and she's joining the conversation. And Sarah, first of all, congratulations. I know this was a big deal and a big undertaking. How was that from the inside? How did you cope?
Coffee. Coffee, the hugs from strangers who we were helping, knowing that we were helping, hearing from them about everything else they were trying to figure out, but they knew that their pet was safe and that their pet was going to be taken care of by the SPCA and returned at the end when they went home or wherever they were going to be living, that their pet was going to be home. And we know all your family members need to be home for it to feel like home, no matter if it is or not.
And we're talking about family members who happen to be pets. Do you still have animals that we don't have people for yet?
So we have some animals who their families cannot find housing that will allow them to bring their pets with them. So we still have those animals with us as well. And we do still have a couple of animals who we are trying to locate the owners from, but that's a really small number.
Okay.
It was great. Nova Scotians called us. Here's my house. Can you help me get my animal?
And many businesses stood up and said, here, let's give you some assistance. And I know you had donations of pet food and supplies and carriers. So where are you at now, since you are still having these animals in your care and still needing their, to keep them fed and well watered and all that?
Oh my goodness, the generosity. I don't have a word for it. And generosity doesn't seem like a big enough word. And a thank you doesn't seem like a big enough word. We had people who were themselves impacted who heard the story and came and made donations. And then we have corporations, companies who work in the animal space making donations. And it's been wonderful. And we are able to feed a lot of animals right now, which is wonderful.
And do you still need support, donations, and I'm assuming money is part of that too?
Definitely. So this is one program, our Pause and Support, that we put the evacuation animals through that happens all year long. So we have animals through that program. Then we have animals that are found or abandoned, animals that are surrendered. So we need to feed, we need to do medical, we need to be able to respond to crisis or to complaints, cruelty complaints all year long. So a financial donation right now would be able to respond to, the needs of buying vaccines.
We talk about in the public service and in that world, it's time, treasure, and talent. Are you in need of help? Do you still need volunteers?
So definitely. So the amount of people who wanted to volunteer, it was wonderful. And what we need is people to go online and fill out the form so that you can go through all the stages of what volunteering at the SPCA is like. I mean, these are animals that some might be sick. There needs to be cleaning protocols, going through all of that so that when a crisis comes, we can call on you and we know that you are ready to jump in would be wonderful.
And I guess the last question is, how did it feel to watch those pet reunions?
Why do you want to make me cry?
I don't want to make you cry, but I might cry too.
It has been wonderful. It has, there was one just the other day, and it was a little boy, and his puppy, was maybe 3-4 months old when the evacuation happened, and he had to be separated from his dog. Wow, Sheldon. And he was so excited and so nervous at the same time too. And he kept asking me as we were waiting for the dog, has she changed? Has she grown? What does she look like? Right? And that happened with puppies. That happened with hamsters. That happened with oxalotls. These are our pets, and people couldn't be with them. And so to be able to be there and know that we helped, and because of the generosity of others that made it possible for us to help, has been so wonderful.
A family reunion. It's a family reunion. Sarah, thank you. Thank you. And if anyone wants to help, where should we point them? To the website?
To the website, Nova Scotia SPCA.ca. There's the donate button there, and there's the volunteer form as well.
Well, their hearts are huge, and the need is to the Nova Scotia SPCA doing great work. Thank you for sharing and helping us.
Thank you.
Turn off the noise. Tune in to what matters. What matters is information you can trust. What matters is the news you can use to make life's big decisions. Informed healthcare choices, casting the smart vote, or opening that business. What matters is understanding the world around you. Let SaltWire connect you to what matters with unlimited access to the information you need for only $20 for the first year. Become a member today.